This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about
comic books, costumes, facts,
Boots!
and other stuff.
In this week's issue, beneath the trees where nobody sees. Boom, 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 boom. Look at these people, man. Look at them enjoying their life. Look at them go.
Dude, those look like... Hold on. Can
Pop, pop.
Bill Grant kind of looks like my mom's husband,
Oh, yeah?
but like a relative of.
Is his
It was
name
just
Bill Grant?
freaky weird. No, his name's Joel.
Joel Grant.
No Grant.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying they look like... But these also look like people that would go to my country church. when I was
Oh,
growing up.
absolutely. Yeah. But they're the fun.
They always did the special music.
They're the fun folks that show up.
They
Yeah.
are.
They're like,
They
hey,
got-
everybody.
They got hard candy.
That's right.
Hey, kids, you want some Werther's
They
Originals?
got hard candy. I think I got a sewing kit in my purse.
And whoever led the music before we got to the sermon, it was, and now we got Odelia Bell and Bill Grant here with some special music. Praise the Lord.
They're going to start it off with Florida Sunshine.
Oh, okay, so this is secular music. Not what I thought.
Under your control.
Well, hold on.
Juanita, I know you'll forget. Mother's Only Sleeping. Oh, that's creepy sounding. Wandering in the Darkness. Blue Yodel number 4. Nero's Fiddle. For the first time, When I Stopped Dreaming, River of Death, and then Old Faithful, whatever the name. No, I think this is Christian country is what this is.
There's also, I'm sorry, the Sullivan family. Their
Uh-huh.
album here, The Prettiest Flower Will Be Blooming.
Gross.
The fuck is that? The Prettiest Flower Will Be Blooming.
Oh no, man.
This was also, they had their P.O. box. They're from St. Stephen's, Alabama.
The guy from Green Day played the fiddle on this. Billy Joe Foster. That's him, right?
Armstrong.
Oh shit, sorry.
Side 1, song 1, Tramp on the Street.
Wonderful.
2 Coats. You Never Mentioned Him to Me.
Sometimes you need 2 coats.
To My Mansion in the Sky.
Mansion in
we
the
got,
Sky. There it is.
Cool Chilly Waters.
Mm.
Do you call that religion? Question mark.
Yeah, you bastard.
Then side 2, The Jesus Story, Campin' in Canaan, Prettiest Flowers. So yeah, this is definitely
Camping in Canaan sounds terrible.
It does. This is definitely heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Into the religion. 1986, by the way, for this. I thought this was going to be in the 60s.
Oh no, that's yeah. That's self-produced bullshit. Is what that is.
Brush Arbor, I'll Never Leave You Alone, Jesus Savior Pilot Me.
There's Grace Baptist Church from '97.
All right. Okay.
We get a lot of religious stuff just because of where we're at.
Yeah.
I don't think we listened to any of these. Like we had a stack of stuff that Kate brought, and then I think we only used one of mine. I try to hold on to mine because I don't pick them up near as quickly as she does because she goes to all those estate sales and stuff for her business. Anyway, she was telling me yesterday that, you know which Kate I'm talking about? The one who owns Central Goods? Anyway, I don't think you've ever met her.
Man, I've heard you talk about her, though.
Yeah, no, she's great. Almost all of the decorations and stuff in the new Magnolia Hotel came from her store.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, like Joanna shows up all the time and she has to shut the store down. while
That's
she
really cool.
Shops. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, if you can get it. Good work if you can get it.
Yeah, I did the ooh on them having the place shut down,
Mhm.
not the...
Sure, I get that.
All right. You ready to
wasn't
do
on-
this, sir?
You didn't do that over Mother's Only Sleeping.
Well, because it was kind of...
It's self-incriminating.
Yeah.
You don't have to add anything. All
I
right.
don't...
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Did they kill her?
That's what I'm wondering, right? I mean,
They're like, Billy, you killed Mom. Shh, Delia, Mama's only sleeping.
This kind of tells a story. If you go down Under Your Control,
yeah.
right? Juanita, that could be Mom's name.
Yeah.
I know you'll forget because she's just
Maybe
debasing him
forgot-
all the time.
Forgot his birthday, something like that.
She's on his ass all
Yep.
the time. Then there's Mother's Only Sleeping. Then there's Wandering in the Darkness.
Trying to
Right,
find
'cause
where
he's
to leave
getting
the
up to Mother.
Oh, I was seeing Mother's
think
Only
he's-
Sleeping. It's him going out to try to find a place to dispose of.
Yeah, I think it's when he's sneaking up on his mother because it's followed
Okay.
by For the First Time he's ever killed anybody.
Yeah.
And then When I Stopped Dreaming, because he just can't believe what he did.
Yeah.
And then followed by River of Death, where he dumped her.
Okay.
So there you go.
So yeah, it is a whole little.
It's
tale.
a story.
What is the
about
name
how
of
he
the
killed his
album
mother.
though?
It's called Again for the First Time. So this is about his second killing. This is how it all started.
This is him looking. So it's like it's him. This isn't about the first one. This
No,
is him years
no,
later.
this is years later.
reminiscing back
He's
on the first
reminiscing
one
because he's just killed another.
and
you
so
know,
it's again
because the dark waters came after him.
that is some
Sure.
beautiful genius
Yeah.
by them.
It's good stuff.
Oh wow. Okay.
I love it. I don't know how he hooked this woman into it, but
Probably
This is-
by nefarious means.
you know what this is? This is oh shit, what's the Tarantino movie? Killers.
Kill Bill,
No. The
Hateful Eight.
no, the one where the two of them are going around killing people. Natural Born Killers. This is part 2. Years later. Yeah, that's what that is. He's yelling at me because I forgot Natural Born Killers.
That's yeah. That's what I was about to say when you said Tarantino. Thank you.
All right.
All right. You ready for the welcoming gang?
This is all good stuff.
I know.
We keep all this, Mason.
Actually, there's a lot of that was funny. All right, you ready for the welcoming gang here?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Welcome into Bros, Foes, and Heroes. I'm Zack, joined as always by the magnificent, marvelous, mighty Mr. Mike.
Hello, I'm Craig Smoke.
Oh,
Welcome in. He's never gonna hear that. It's
Yeah.
fine.
well, here's the thing though, is it's not even that.
Yeah,
It's the fact that anybody listening is not going
that's
to
right.
get the
They're
joke
not gonna
whatsoever.
get that joke at all, and that's the way I like it.
Okay.
You know,
fair
I
enough.
like jokes I have to explain.
Well, it's
afterwards.
Mike.
It's great. Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
So,
How's your week?
my week?
Yeah. How'd it be?
I never know with you. See, here's the thing.
No, I'm asking.
It was good. It was
Okay.
good. No, I mean, no.
I was genuinely concerned as to how your week was.
It was good.
Okay.
No, I just to explain for people because I don't know if all of it was left in or not. But Mike and I just spent a good 5-10 minutes.
Oh, I'm sure if Mason goes back and counts it, it's like 20.
cataloging cassette
Felt like
tapes.
100.
Yeah, this is the first time. I take that back. We texted back a little bit about baseball. I think,
Yes.
during the week.
Yes.
But this is the first time I've talked to Mike since we've been back. And
Right before
where
your
do we?
bastard Rangers stole
Hey,
it.
I'll take it. And what do we talk about?
Hey, they won the first game last night though, too.
Oh, dude, it was great.
Yeah.
Just making up stories of these random cassettes. It's great. I love how we can just pick right
Well,
back up on the
sure.
silliness every time.
Sure. We have Delia Bell and Bill Grant here again for the first time, their cassette. And we were just looking at some of the names of the songs and making up serial killer stories about them.
Which is very fitting because this comes out, it's the day before Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's true.
All Hallows Eve. So it's
Happy
appropriate
Halloween.
that we're talking about spooky stuff. Ooh. I have a comic for us that is of the spooky genre. I will go ahead and just tell you right now, we are not going to get a full conclusion because this is an ongoing series. This is just the first issue, but it does a really good job of setting up a interesting story if it's something you want to follow along to. And sometimes I just like throwing in things that are actually new and coming out now. This came out October 17th, so it's just a couple weeks old.
It is a beautiful, suggestive cover.
And
like it only tells you maybe what the story is about.
exactly. And what we have here is Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, written and illustrated by Patrick Horvath, amongst other very, very talented people. I enjoyed this.
Is that some of the lyrics from Teddy Bear Picnic?
Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees.
Teddy Bear Picnic. Is it not?
Is it? Then you just put something together for me that I didn't get.
Maybe.
But-
Go ahead and I'll find out.
This is an IDW original title that just came out. I don't know right off the top of my head how many issues it's going to be, but issue 1 sets up the story here. And I thought it was perfect for us to use as a more spooky Halloween type episode here of Bros. Essentially, the best way to describe this, if you want
Beneath
to
the
go,
trees where nobody sees, they'll hide and seek as long as they please. That's the way the teddy bears have their picnic.
I didn't put that together.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes
Boom.
it even. That makes it even
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
creepier
I
and
bet.
cooler.
Uh-huh.
be warned going into this, because if you look at the cover, granted, while it's a little creepy looking, it still is very cute. And even when you open and you get into it, it's very nice and cute drawn. Now, I know that these are
anthropomorphic animals.
There is one thing
comic,
that'll
right?
come. Yeah, exactly. That will come up to, that'll be a little strange, and we'll get to that when it's there. But aside from that, that's my only I don't want to call it a gripe, but just my only, I guess, confusion. But the best way for me to describe it is kind of, I don't know if I've seen it described this way, or with talking to somebody, we came up with this, probably read it, but it's like Richard Scarry meets Dexter. The Busy World of Richard Scarry meets Dexter.
Okay. I was thinking Happy Tree Friends. Do you remember those?
Yes. Now, be ready, because since it is a more cute, cuddlier, anthropomorphic, they do push a little bit of the gore, and we'll get to it.
Sure.
And so they don't pull any punches there. But just know, I know that not everybody likes the whole idea of something so cute and sweet and innocent looking being so
I love it.
Dark and twisted. But I think it works really well here.
I think they did well with Chucky. I think they did well with, those
I told you my Chucky story?
No, please.
I think I have.
Tell me your Chucky story.
So when I was little, I had do you remember the
Good Guys?
Good Guys?
Those are the dolls.
Oh, well, mine was called My Buddy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, My Buddy.
See?
My Buddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had a My Buddy.
I remember that commercial. Sure.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Took it everywhere with me.
Yeah.
I don't even know how it worked, but I had like a
Hey Zach, why is
tricycle?
this part bored out on your little buddy?
I had like a little tricycle that had like a place, like a seat in the back, and
Yeah.
he rode with me, and I would pedal him with, like
I get that. Sure.
everywhere. Yeah. One day,
Why does
Or
nobody
night.
like me, Mom?
one night, I'm walking by 3-4 years old, and my dad is watching it on TV, watching Child's Play.
Wow.
Like, I'm not in there, so it's not like I've been in there watching him. It's like I'd gotten up to use the bathroom
year?
or something. Oh man, it had to be after. It was early 90s.
Okay. All
So, and walking back to the bedroom, and I just stopped because I'm like, oh, that kind of looks like my.
Sure.
And just him
I
being
bet that
the
scarred
laughing
the
and just
crap out of you.
chasing after him. I ran to my
Yeah.
bedroom, just buried him underneath all
Yeah.
of my toy box, never touched him again.
Really?
Yep.
Took one thing.
One thing.
Wow.
Can't trust him.
No, you can't trust those My Buddies.
Yep.
Or Good Guys is what they were called in the movie.
Is that? Oh, okay.
I do not. Okay, so small soapbox about movies, real quick.
No, go.
Number one, the day that this comes out,
Mhm.
Hell House 4 comes out on streaming. Just letting you know.
4.
It is a sort of prequel. It's a found. Hey, you know anything about the Hell House LLC movies?
No.
So they are kind of found footage things,
Okay.
and they're about these guys who do haunted houses. It's made for like $12.
Like they make haunted
They
houses?
they make haunted house experiences, and they go to this hotel to do it there, and then they run into actual demons and stuff.
And
like
is that the setup for all of these?
Pretty much?
Okay.
Yeah. The fourth one is supposed to be how all of this came to be, like the original stuff that happened in the house.
Okay.
Which that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're not. Yeah, it's raining like
crazy. I didn't pay attention. It was clear outside. I'm listening to your story.
Yeah.
I turn and look. And
Everything's wet.
Yep.
Just like just like prom night.
Oh.
So
Carrie?
that was mostly me.
Oh.
Anyway, they're made very, very cheaply, but these guys do a fantastic job of making these found footage movies. They just do a good job.
Okay.
I liked them. They're fairly scary. They're well made for what they are. So anyway, it comes out on the day this comes out.
Okay.
I'm very excited about that. Don't know where I was going. Oh, soapbox about movies. Don't remake shit like Child's Play. That's
I haven't
stupid.
See, I haven't seen it.
The doll looks completely different.
Well, I like Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, okay. I get that. If you're going to do it, maybe make it like a send-up of the original ones or something, you know?
Here's my thing, is I wish they would give things more time to age before you remake it.
I agree.
Not even necessarily that don't remake it, but this was something that still had I get that it was X amount of years since the original, but it still had movies within the same series, like within the past, 4 or 5 years. So it feels too
So
soon.
you're okay with them remaking Footloose and Dirty Dancing?
Yeah, like after, if you give it enough time to breathe, then sure. I'm not gonna go watch it. I might,
I don't care.
appreciate the other one more, or that's fine. You have every right to, though, I think, at that point. But give it some time. Like, if we came out and we made a movie, and then 2 years later, they're like, you know what? I want to remake that movie. Why would somebody want to go see that?
Here's the thing that really drives me nuts.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, go for it.
The worst part about about that Child's Play remake,
Yeah.
Andy was too old.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt
He's
that.
like 12 or something.
Yeah.
In the original, it makes sense why Andy would want to.
Yeah, the kid's like
adult. He's
6,
like
8,
he's 5. He's turning
like that.
5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
He's so young, but here he's in middle school or like about to be in high school. It's like, dude.
You know why?
Is it like a AI infused kind of?
Yeah,
doll
it's a robot kind of thing.
You know why they used
and
an
the
older
reason
kid, I would've
reason sorry Mike.
Go
the
ahead.
reason Chucky is evil is because it's made in a sweatshop because obviously, and the
Oh,
sweatshop
there you
worker is just had enough, and he reprograms this one doll to be able to do evil crap, and then he kills himself.
That sound. You want to tell people what that sound was?
I know what it
You
was,
just
too.
did. Mason,
What sound?
the sound you just made.
What?
I don't think you realize you do it. Like that was your dice,
Oh,
right? That was your dice we heard
yeah.
as you're talking. I think it's a wonderful coping thing you've got. Like where he just carries around a pocket of dice all the time.
Well, no,
It's great.
I like it. See, I was worried that he was rolling to see how he was going to finish his story and if he was going to tell us right. or
Natural
not.
12.
And I like to
I think
think,
I just spit
I
on
like
him,
to
sorry.
think you're fine. I like to think he rolled high enough that he
Yeah.
answered
They're
truthfully.
the only things that keep me let me deal with you people.
Sure, I get that. Yeah. that's-
Completely
And by you
understandable.
people, I don't mean just you two. I mean just like everyone.
By
in
the
general.
way,
No,
producer
we get it, we
Mason,
get it.
everybody.
Yes, it's nice.
I don't
when he-
think you've ever chimed in on one of
Yeah.
these.
I
Has he?
have before. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. It's the same one
I
that
just
does
want to
the
stress
polls.
how much I don't like that Child's Play remake. And,
No, we
and
get
you
it.
know, I'm gonna keep going. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
No, keep going.
I love Mark
Welcome to
Hamill.
Mason's movie
Crap.
reviews.
Does anyone know Chucky's original voice actor off the top of their heads?
no,
I don't.
Something Baker. I think Diedrich.
Yeah.
No, it's not Diedrich. Something.
Yeah. something
But yeah,
like that.
yeah. I mean, I love Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill's amazing at voice acting, but it's just
He's a Joker.
Yeah.
Stick to the Joker, Mark.
Well, plus he's also Skips. He's done a lot, but it just didn't work. And again,
Skips.
Who's that?
from regular show.
Oh, okay.
It's just
The Blue Jay.
so.
Yeah.
No, that's a Mordecai. It
Is that
doesn't matter. But yeah,
Gumball?
that show. That
Oh.
show.
I always got that and Gumball mixed up.
It was also it's just the sequel setup is weak,
In Blue's Clues. Just
and again, Andy's just too old.
yeah.
He's like
so
12 years old, wanting to hang out with his little doll. Well, granted, his mom gets it for him, but he keeps hanging out with it.
do you understand why they used a kid that age?
So we could fight it off, right?
No. It's child labor laws.
Oh yeah,
It's a
Charlotte.
lot harder to get a 5-year-old on set and keep them there than it is a 12-year-old.
Well, then don't make a fucking Child's Play remake.
Well, exactly.
I know.
But I bet that kid is probably like 16, you know, and he looks
Yeah.
12.
And I get that, and it's
Yeah.
fine. And then also, I mean, I didn't even like the new show, the sci-fi show, that much. But
Yeah.
it's
At
at
least
least
that's
it's-
the thing too.
it's
least
a much
it's
better
true.
show. It's much
Yeah.
much better made.
Well, at least it's true to the lore of the movie.
Well,
yeah, it's a little sequel to the movies.
yeah.
My point is that there's already a TV show being made after we
Yeah.
had a movie
That's true.
remake of
That's
it.
right. Yeah.
Like, eventually you overflood the market on things, but it's in this case it's you're overflooding the market with your own property.
Eli Roth. Mason, you know who Eli Roth is?
Yeah, I know who Eli Roth is.
Okay. Do you
One
like?
of the worst movie experiences I've had in
I don't
theaters.
doubt that.
Which one are you
Um,
talking
Not
about?
in a bad way.
Which movie?
Just when we decided to go see Hostel
Oh, okay.
in theaters, and I was
Oh, I
not
thought you were
prepared.
gonna bring up that. What's that one where the eco saviors
The
end up crashing?
Green
in
Inferno or
Green
whatever.
Inferno. Yeah, they crash
That one's
in
bad, too.
in like Brazil or somewhere, and
Yeah.
are all eaten by the
Yeah, no.
local cannibals.
The
like,
one that kills me is Cabin Fever.
Figuratively.
And it's because he remade his own damn movie a few years later and still called it Cabin Fever.
Oh.
So I'm guessing you guys
I forgot
aren't
about
gonna
that.
go see Thanksgiving.
Is that
Is he
him?
finally making Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it's coming out
Nope.
next month.
Nope.
Well, that makes sense.
Mike. It's about a slasher who's going killing people in a
Do you
small town on
remember?
Thanksgiving.
So it
Nope,
was
nope.
it was one of the trailers in between Grindhouse and
Oh, and the Death,
Planet Terror?
Planet Terror, yeah.
yeah, it was one of
Was
the,
it really?
It was one of the fake. Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
I didn't realize that.
I think it was
Huh.
right. It was because it was like werewolves.
I didn't know that.
Werewolves of the SS was one that Rob Zombie did.
Yeah.
I think it was these, or maybe I'm getting
Dude.
confused. But these are all like fake.
No.
Oh yeah, wasn't Machete one of those too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Machete was one of them.
Let me
Yeah.
look this up.
Yeah. definitely. I don't do Eli Roth. No more. No,
Yeah.
no, thank you.
I mean,
I'm
honest,
good.
we saw the trailer for it when we watched Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh,
and
did you go
H-
see that?
How was that?
It was fun. It was fun.
Was it? Okay.
It's a
good.
fun date movie.
How
But
does
I
it-
would never call it a great movie, but
Did you
it's got
see-
potential.
Did you see the one with Nicolas Cage in it, where it's basically the same movie and he's fighting those guys?
Oh, Willy's Wonderland. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that movie's much better than this. But
Oh,
it's still
really?
it's a fun movie. But
Sure.
it's not perfect.
These
It's
are
far from
popcorn
perfect.
movies.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
are just.
Popcorn,
All right,
know-
here we go.
Yeah.
Yep, I found it. I thought
Okay,
so.
but you're saying that the Willy's Wonderland is
Oh,
good.
sorry. Go ahead.
Right?
Not
Okay.
the Willy's Wonderland, the Five Nights at Freddy's.
No. I'm saying it's basically the same story.
Oh,
for
I
the most
s-
part.
Is that the
it's-
Nick Cage one?
I mean, because it's anthropomorphic robot
Is that the Nick
animal
Cage
things.
one
Yeah,
then?
and it's
Okay.
Nick Cage, and he doesn't say. He says like 3 lines. in the
no, he
whole
doesn't. Nick Cage doesn't talk at all.
thing. He doesn't talk at all.
Yeah,
There you
it's,
go.
it is. That's a fun one.
That's because you get
that
him at
one's
scale if he doesn't talk.
That one is pure popcorn. The Five Nights at Freddy's is trying to do a lot
Got it.
more.
Got it.
In some ways, it succeeded. In some ways, it just fails.
Sure.
But there's potential there. If they get a sequel, there's potential.
That's
Yeah.
a tough IP to make a movie out of.
It's
I
because they
had,
actually have because you have to be there for 5 nights.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just why the fuck is
Yeah.
it called Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
someone.
So it's a horrible has horrible pacing issues.
Yeah, I had someone tell me that it was decent, but that
That's it. Freddy has horrible
it's
pacing
still,
issues.
it's still a PG-13 horror movie too.
yeah,
that
that's
doesn't
true.
honestly, it doesn't bother me because like the scares they work. It's just I think people who care about the PG-13 thing would just really want to see people's like faces ripped off, and like honestly, I get that. But if I'm seeing a horror movie, I don't need it. Sometimes the imagination, like
Fair enough. That's a
imagining,
solid
oh,
point.
this person's face getting grinded to hell,
Well,
is scarier than actually just seeing it.
remember the age of the kids that this is pointed towards too. You know, you couldn't make it an R, just simply because.
I mean, you could,
Oh,
but
first-
you
yeah.
you could,
Yeah.
but with this movie, you want the PG-13
So-
for
Yep.
more mass appeal.
So let me wrap up with this, and then we'll take a break,
sorry.
and then we'll come back with our issue.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween, but just for my brain to work. So
Yep.
the fictitious trailers that were part of Grindhouse,
Gotcha.
because I looked this up. One was Machete,
Machete.
that was turned into a film in 2010.
Didn't like it.
2 films.
2 films. Then there was Werewolves of the SS, which
Mm-hmm.
was so Robert Rodriguez did Machete. Rob Zombie was the one who did the Werewolves of the
God
Werewolf
damn.
Woman of the SS. Then there was Don't that Edgar Wright contributed, which was produced in the style. I'm trying to remember this one. I don't remember.
I don't
what-
remember.
It's kind
I
of
don't-
like
I don't remember. Don't.
I don't remember Don't either. I'll look at that one here in a second. Then
Yeah.
Thanksgiving was Eli Ross
Okay.
trailer
Okay.
that they have now turned into a movie. And then there was also the last one was Hobo with a Shotgun,
That's
That
an
was also
actual
a
which
movie.
was also
Yeah.
turned into a movie.
Mhm.
But these
Who
were
is
all,
that? Who did Hobo with a Shotgun?
The trailer created by
Was it-
Dartmouth, Nova Scotia filmmakers Jason Eisner, John Davies, and Rob
Okay.
Cotterill.
That's what I thought. I didn't think they were known.
They won Robert Rodriguez's South
There
by
you go.
Southwest Grindhouse Trailers contest.
Well, that's nice to put together a contest like that, I guess.
Uh-huh. Oh, in
That's
2010,
cool.
the trailer was made into a full-length feature film with Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Hauer.
Thank you.
I remember seeing the trailer for that. I was like, "Nah, you got me."
Yeah.
Hobo with a shotgun.
I just forgot that Hobo with a Shotgun was one of the trailers.
Well,
I've seen that movie is recommended to me every day of my life by
Have you
some
not
streaming
watched
service.
it?
No, I have not.
I'm trying.
I don't like the ones that describe what the thing is.
Well, I mean, it's
I'm
just
kidding.
it doesn't like give anything away.
Well, it does. The hobo's got a shotgun.
Yeah, but like, why does he have a
I
shotgun?
don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
All
say
right.
this: the best Eli Roth. Before you go to break, Zach, the best Eli Roth project is *Inglourious Bastards*.
Oh, that's double F's on that. Yes, you're right. It is. I love that movie. I love anything that changes history. You know, like it's alternate history type stuff, and that does it at the very end.
Yeah.
No,
There's
I'm with you there.
then it all. Have you ever seen the one where it's like all green screen stuff, where the guy is it Kung Fury?
Kung Fu Panda.
No, I think it's Kung Fury. Is Kung Fury the one with the big nipples, or is that? Do you remember,
What?
Mason?
How would I remember that?
Well, I don't know.
What
You're
are
always
you-
talking about big nipples. I don't know.
What in the
No,
world?
I'm not.
But do they fit his personality? Is the big thing.
That's it. Kung Fury. Am I talking about the right one? Hang on 1 second. I gotta look. Yeah. So Kung Fury is this David Sandberg thing. I don't think relation. It is the weirdest thing you'll ever see because this guy is like this kung fu master or whatever, but everything is done on a green screen. So at one point there's Nazis riding dinosaurs, there's Vikings, there's all kinds of crap in this thing. And the stunts in it are like so over the top that they're not even plausible. Like I think he blows up a helicopter with a skateboard that he shoots into the air and stuff like that. It's fantastic. I'm just saying, if you abandon hope at the door, it is fantastic.
If you abandon hope at the door.
There's also one called Mad Heidi, which I want to watch because I don't know who produced it, but it's the same kind of thing. Lots of gore in the original Heidi story where she goes after Nazis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's just some Halloween watching.
All right, there you go. Movie recommendations from Mike for your Halloween.
That's right.
I think this is a perfect time for us to go ahead and take a break. When we come back,
Right.
we will go ahead and dive into issue 1 of Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. We'll be right back after this.
If you go down in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you'd better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic.
Where did that come?
That is the one and only Anne Murray singing
Oh,
that song. Yeah,
nice.
Canada's own Anne Murray.
Thank you, Canada's own Anne Murray. It's a great way to bring us back in and
Yeah.
a perfect way for us to get into our story today, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. A lyric there from the Teddy Bear Picnic.
That's right.
And here's something. I read this on Monday. I have not reread it since. So we're going to be reminded of this together.
Sorry, I just showed Zach something on YouTube. That was a little rough. I don't know. That was a little dark.
Here's the thing. Oh, man. Somebody picked that.
That's the thumbnail.
As the thumbnail.
That's right.
So
Tell me there was no intention there. Come on. Yeah. The kid looks like maybe.
Well, no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
Okay.
Let's just go ahead and get to our story here.
Let's just say the kid doesn't have the ups.
It was just not like.
Yeah, it's rough, man. It's
But the
rough.
thing is,
but that's right below Teddy Bear Picnic, is what I'm saying.
But the thing is, too, it's not like it's a badly edited like.
Yes. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. It's
Anyway.
a badly edited thumbnail. Yeah.
Badly edited, just like quick. Oh shit. Blah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to our story.
See, it's so wholesome though. She's literally singing deep and wide.
Okay.
I mean, that's a wholesome little video,
that
but
is-
that
it was just
thumbnail
the
is
thumbnail.
not the thing.
Okay. I
Sorry.
didn't mean to get. Thanks, Mike.
I know. Well,
Okay.
We're going to hell anyway. It doesn't matter.
So, let's go ahead and dive into our story where we are introduced to our main character, and her name is Samantha.
The bear?
The bear's name
Okay.
is Samantha.
They have very big heads.
They do. I'm trying to remember her last name. It's not that big of a deal.
Hug
she
and
goes
Kiss?
by Sam as well. Strong. Samantha Strong. But we're introduced to this quiet little town here of Woodbrook. And
It's a cute little town.
it is. The way that the narrations are given are really kind
Yeah.
of cool. It's like little pieces of notebook paper.
Mhm.
So it looks kind of like a diary. And we're just kind of introduced to a typical day for her.
I really love the coloring. How everything's kind of yellowish.
Yes.
It's kind of like old looking, or you kind of get the idea you're in kind of a dream like state.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
And there's a very, I think you hit the nail right on the head there. I just really kind of love the simple, like Richard Scarry-esque, just
Yeah.
wholesome kind of look
Yeah.
to it. She passes like the volunteer fire department, and there's a rhino there that waves to her. The thing, so I notice it here,
Yeah.
and it comes
That's
up
a-
again later.
That's a Disney problem.
There are other animals in the
Mhm.
story that are
Mhm.
not like them,
Hmm.
and it's a little strange, but
Well, when you think about Pluto, I mean,
That's true.
Pluto's a dog amongst a mouse, another dog, a duck.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Why do they get to wear pants and I don't?
Maybe eventually.
Goofy wears like a whole freaking
does,
suit,
and he's the
he's
same
a
thing.
dog,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
That is weird how that
it
hierarchy
is.
works.
Yeah, and why does Donald wear pants and Mickey?
Oh,
Donald
Donald
doesn't
not
wear pants and Mickey does. Yeah.
Yeah, but Mickey usually, well, he does now, but at points in time he didn't wear a shirt.
Well,
So
now,
Mickey didn't wear a shirt. Donald didn't wear pants.
yeah, and now you can see Mickey's nipples, which is really weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
good for him.
No, you cannot.
I don't know. Rule 34.
Mickey, Rule 34.
So so Sam is walking around just kind of greeting everybody, and you can tell that they're preparing for a celebration.
Yeah.
We see a
Yeah, 'cause
marching
they're out in
band.
the park. Everybody's waving. Everybody's good. Yeah.
Exactly.
Happy.
She waves hi to everybody. All the kids kind of greet her and yell, "Hello, Miss Strong." You can tell she's just this, great.
Is she a teacher?
Well, we find out she owns and operates the hardware store.
Oh, okay. All right.
But what we get here, just to kind of go through the narration over this to describe the town. Welcome to Woodbrook. It may look like much, or it may not look like much from the outside, but it's a special place. A place that appreciates a lemonade in the summer and a spiced cider in the fall. A cozy fire in the winter and a fresh breeze after the first rains of spring.
You know what it kind of reminds me of when I see the wide shot there? It looks like the town from Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, exactly.
basically what it
Stars
looks like.
Hollow.
Yeah.
So think of that. It's
Oh,
just
look
this
at you
perfect.
pulling out the name of the.
I watched a lot of Gilmore Girls.
I watched a lot of it too. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you watch the new ones when they came
Yeah,
out?
I didn't like.
I
it as
didn't watch the
much.
new
It
ones.
made
Yeah.
Rory so not likable.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, she had to be in Handmaid's Tale, so.
Well, that's true. So it sets up this nice little scene of just this quiet, cozy town where everything is just kind of perfect in a way. Or it makes me think of Andy Griffith, Mayberry.
Yeah. Well, it feels like New Hampshire. It's kind of fall, leaves turning, all of that stuff.
Yeah, we're introduced to some other characters around town. There's a goat named Martin who is an elderly man,
Sure.
but he's very forgetful. Like he has a conversation with the fox running the newspaper stand, and he's like, "Hey, I'll take a paper," and the fox is like, "Martin, this is the third time you kind of asked me. Like, there's one there in your pocket, man."
Oh, wow.
And he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, no, you're right. Sorry." And so he kind of wanders off. And then we
Sure.
go into the hardware store where we see that Sam is showing the turtle here. I don't know what the turtle's name is.
Milford.
That is a very turtle name. Anyway, the turtle is there, and she's showing him essentially when you have a hole. I'm going to get all woodworky for a second.
Okay.
When you have a hole in one of your boards,
Sure.
and he wants to plug it, so she's showing him how to hammer a dowel into the hole and then
Oh.
saw it off to like flatten out and fill the hole.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And so the turtle appreciates showing it, and we see a new delivery coming to the hardware store. Her kind of, I would say, second in command is a mole.
Okay. A mole.
A mole.
Oh.
And he's there to take the delivery, and they kind of talk about, what do we need to do? And she goes, well, go ahead and, take it downstairs to, I guess, wherever the basement or in the
Sure.
back, wherever they have it stored, and just make sure to put it all away nicely. She's
Mhm.
very much about orderly, clean, nicely.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, will do. While we're there, we run into the old man again, the goat.
Okay.
What did we say his name was?
Fillmore.
Martin.
Right.
Yep, Fillmore Martin. No. So
That's what I
Martin,
meant.
yeah, Martin asked the mole. Charlie is the mole's name, in case you want to. but
Charlie the mole.
Charlie
Got it.
the mole, and ask him if he's seen his glasses, and Charlie has to tell him, Martin, they're on your face, man.
Oh.
You can kind of see that Martin's the older man that's there. He's very forgetful, but everybody kind of loves and cares after.
Sure.
It's doing a good job of just kind of setting the community for this place.
Yeah.
We're introduced to the mouse family who's friends with, I say they're mouse. They look like mice, but they're like the same height, kind of. It's weird. Anyway.
Okay. Wait, the mice are.
Yeah, like right here. See, like that's a mouse, but he's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of the same
It's a
height as them.
gigantic mouse. Yeah.
But we find out later that they're friends with our main character, Samantha, his mom and stuff. So it's just setting up this nice little community that we have here in Woodbrook. As Charlie is putting things away, Sam comes down and tells him, like, hey, you're in charge. I got to go into the city to run a few errands.
Okay.
So Charlie's like, all right, will do. And as he's sitting there to like go over the inventory, she has to stop and remind him. And she's like, hey, the clipboard's upside down.
Oh.
And he's like, oh, and he like turns it around, and she's like, "Store's all yours. Just be careful." You can tell she's kind of frustrated,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
she goes up.
But she's got to have some time.
So we then see her leave this beautiful, cozy town, and she drives into the city.
Okay.
And while she's there in the city, we get some more narration. And this is where the comic takes its first kind of tone shift. I've only got a couple of rules, really. First, no plane in Woodbrook, only in cities. If a person goes missing in Woodbrook, it'd be the only thing people would talk about all year.
Who
Because
is,
it's a small.
is this the narration?
The narration is
Okay.
Sam.
All
It's
right.
it's the bear. It's our
Okay.
main character.
Okay.
Yep. But in the city, dozens of people go missing all the time, and no one bats an eye. So we can already tell that she
She's a
has
serial
her
killer.
happy. She has her happy little.
Her dark passenger,
Exactly.
as Dexter would say.
Exactly. She has her happy little home. That's her center.
Yeah.
That's Woodbrook. That's this perfect,
Yeah.
picturesque town.
Sure.
And she drives away from it to soothe whatever the
To
voices
feed
are.
her,
To feed,
feed
exactly.
her darkness. Yeah.
So what she does there is while she's in the city, she pretends to have car trouble.
What do you do to feed your darkness?
I don't know what the statute of limitations are. No, I can't. Have you watched?
I just sit in the closet naked.
Have you watched Gen V yet?
I think I started the first one. I think it was as the Ambien was kicking in, so I haven't gone back to complete.
Then never mind.
Yeah.
I can't make the joke.
Yeah.
I was going
No,
to
you
later.
need to wait. Yeah, I will.
Oh no, it's good.
No,
once you get
I'll
there.
probably have them all watched by the time we see each other again. Yeah.
So she pretends to have car trouble when a duck comes along and is like, "Hey, you need some help?" And she's like, "Oh, that's her other role. Is it always has to be random, no connection whatsoever."
Oh, okay.
So he walks by and he's like, "Hey, you need some help?" She's like, "Yeah, if you don't mind looking at it." And he goes, "Yeah, sure. It could be a loose ground wire. You got any tools?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think I've got some stuff in the back." So the duck walks around in the back, and she has like a Bronco. So he lays down the
Like an old Bronco,
Yeah, an
like
old
a
one.
'60s.
like the tail bed to climb in
Mhm,
there,
the
and
real
they're
square
looking.
one.
Yeah, and he's looking for tools, and he's like, "Oh, that might work." And as soon as she does, we see a rag full of chloroform kind of
Oh goodness.
over his
Now,
mouth.
chloroforming a duck, that seems like that would be a lot harder because of they have a giant mouth
But
basically,
has
and they
it-
have the tiny little nose holes.
But they have it all over the top of the bill. I do
Well,
appreciate
maybe
that.
maybe it is better because like all you got to do is clamp the bill together and stick
Yeah.
it right over the top. Okay, all right,
So, and then
I stand corrected.
she just says it's okay. And I love the panel of just black, so you know, like
yeah,
he's out.
He just went out. Yeah, that's cool.
We do find out. I guess it's at least what's the word I'm looking for? When it's humane, I guess in
Okay.
a way it is,
Okay,
because the next panel says they never wake up again. So it's just kind of like the thing. She doesn't necessarily do it to, I guess, the killing.
she's not
part.
torturing.
No.
She just wants to take people out.
But the way she does, Mike.
Excuse me, anthropomorphic
Yeah.
animals.
The way she does, though, Mike, I think the best way is for me just to show you instead of
Okay.
just telling you. And if you want to go pick up the first issue or see if you can.
Oh, this
buy
is
it on
just
the
issue
internet.
1.
This is issue 1.
Mm.
So.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
No. Just wait, because it's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
So I'll just show you the whole page here.
Wait,
So,
wait a minute. Let me see that. Let me see that one more time. Okay, so she's putting a big giant like needle in the back of the duck's head,
I think it's a nail.
whacking it in with a big wooden mallet. Then she hangs him upside down, cranks him up into the air, slits his throat, and bleeds him out like a deer.
Yeah.
Wow. Into a receptacle.
Yep.
Now that
So
receptacle.
she doesn't spill anything. You also notice that there's a tarp down underneath.
Yes, that
So-
receptacle looks a lot like what you use to change your oil.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
I think it is.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, and there's
Wow,
even a
she
tarp
sees
underneath
herself
that.
like in a sea of blood.
Yes. Like it is such an escape for her.
Huh.
But I do love that she's even out in the middle of nowhere. She has a tarp down, like
Yeah.
she's going the whole nine to make
She's
sure
matter
she
of
doesn't
fact
live.
here. Yeah, she's all about business.
Then we see the buzz of the little handsaw.
Okay, it's like a Dremel with or like what they used to cut a cast off.
Yep. All right. Are you ready, Mike?
I'm ready.
So she decides to
Oh.
quarter him off. I told you.
This is Dexter
Yeah. She
Okay.
decides to quarter him off
into little
piece
pieces.
by piece. And her thing is she takes, I'm pretty sure it's just paint. It's paint and primer.
She dips each part in the paint and
No,
primer?
no. So she
Oh,
puts the in with the
just
paint and
one
primer.
hand.
Like all the little
Oh,
pieces are in a different
I
can,
see.
and then she hammers them, and then she digs
wow.
and buries each
Each one of the
individual can
cans.
in a different place.
Huh.
But
That is
so
something. This is sold to children.
I mean, well, no, I mean
I'm
it's
just kidding.
sold. It does say
Yeah.
on the cover, it's I mean, you can kind of tell.
What's wrong with today's kids?
If you look at it,
It's okay. It's all right. I get it.
I thought it was good.
We're not
Anyway,
stopping it.
So she packs everything up, and this was another thing with the animals,
yeah. There's another
where
bear.
the bear kind of comes out and looks at what's going on.
But it's a regular bear.
But it's a regular bear, and the anthropomorphic Sam or Samantha, our main character, goes, "I'd appreciate it if we could keep this between the two of us." And then non-anthropomorphic bear just walks off. So I guess it's like an understanding between the two of them, but it's just weird because
Well, I just think the bear doesn't know what the hell she's talking about.
that too. So she gets ready to leave, and as she leaves, she looks in her rearview mirror, realizes that nobody knows, or she talks about how nobody knows what she's been doing. She says, "I've buried 43 people out here,
Holy crap.
and in over 20 years, no one has ever been the wiser except for Mother Nature." And then as she zooms off, we see a fox in the background, and they're
Licking some
licking
blood
blood
off the
off
ground.
the little bit that's left.
Yeah.
As she drives back off to her house
And takes a bubble bath.
and takes a bubble bath, and we go from something so dark and so
Yeah.
twisted to just
Yeah.
something so sweet and so wholesome.
yeah.
And it's just a great kind of
That is cool.
juxtaposition. I think I used that correctly.
This is a great. This would be a great animated piece. Like, you know what this reminds me of is kind of like, what's the one that George Clinton, The Amazing Mr. Fox?
Yes,
that kind
like a
of
Wes
thing.
Anderson
You could
kind
do
of.
that in this.
Yes,
very
it has
easily.
a very
Yeah.
kind of Wes Anderson-esque look.
Mhm.
So then we have dinner there with Sam and the mice from earlier. The guy that was in the hardware store, I was going to say boy mouse, is the son of the elder mouse woman here, who is really good friends with Samantha. Apparently, they've known each other for almost 40 years. So they've been,
Okay.
yeah. So she considers her only friend in town, is what kind of the narration
Yeah,
is.
gotcha.
Talks about just how special she is to her. She's been kind of getting sickly, and she's
This
not
is
doing
great art.
Oh, it is. She's been getting sickly, and she's not doing as well, and so her son's worried about her, and that's why he
Mhm.
doesn't want to leave her alone, and so
Sure.
you can tell it's kind of bothering them all. But they are Sam's trying to tell them, like, it's okay. Woodbrook's not bad. Like, you don't have to worry about your mother here. It's a great place.
Right.
We've been here forever. You know that. I know that. Just to kind of put her at ease. So we go to the next day, and we see that Samantha is closing up the hardware store.
Yeah. Close for the parade.
Yeah, for the parade that they must have been practicing
Yeah,
for.
sure.
Then. And Charlie, the mole, I guess assistant manager, goes,
Yeah.
"You sure you don't want me to work it? Like, we can stay open just in case." And she
Right.
goes, "No, like your hometown only turns 200, once. Like,
Mhm.
let's all just go out and enjoy the festivities." So they're out, and they see like this giant guy on
That
stilts.
tells you what part of the country, because they call it candy floss rather than cotton candy.
That is true.
Yeah, I think that's northeast.
I think you're right.
Yeah, candy floss.
But cotton candy. I never noticed that, so wait for you to pick that up.
I knew a girl named Candy Floss.
Oh,
one
did
time. Different reasons.
Oh, okay. So we see like a guy on stilts and like the little.
It's a huge guy on
It is
stilts.
like
It's
the
like
little Shriner cars.
it's
kinda
like
go through and-
Wicker Man size.
Yes, kind of.
Yeah.
And then the band, and you get the floats are coming. The floats are coming. Then we see, good tidings, oh great people of good tidings of great joy, fine people of Woodbrook. Birdie, that was the turtle's name, and so it's the turtle from earlier on his giant ship or her giant ship.
Mhm.
Their giant ship just
There you
ringing away, and we can see that obviously what Samantha was showing them how to do was to
Build this big float that looks
to,
like a ship.
kind of fix the things to help the holes they left. And so they're all celebrating for it, and they're like, "Oh, looking great!" And we see, just
Uh-oh.
like anything,
It comes apart.
man. So a thing of the mast of this ship snaps. Hold on, I think I just gotta. I never noticed that. That is really cool if you pay close enough attention.
What's that?
Anyway, I'll come back and show you in a second.
Okay.
So it snaps, and you get a pop like one of the rings holding the mast up.
Mhm. It's
And
like a
then-
shower ring kind of.
Yeah, like a curtain.
Yeah.
A
What do you call
grommet.
it? It's a grommet. Yeah,
Oh.
like grommet and hooks.
Yep.
Yeah.
I played a card game with
Grommets and hooks.
Yeah.
It's a terrible
ringing-
game.
I know. I think the people that made it pretty genius. So ringing the bell, and then all of a sudden you hear, "Watch out, Birdie!" as the mash just falls on poor Birdie's face, and then we get
Is
narration.
the turtle the mayor?
I think so.
Okay, because he's
And-
wearing a top hat,
yeah, and
and
it's
like a pea coat.
It's the SS Woodbrook, and it blows them off, and then we get the narration. There was a brief moment before anyone else had noticed, and then we all crossed into a dark and strange land.
Oh,
As you see the looks,
because the turtle's about
Sam-
to die.
Sam's the only one who notices, and then everybody else notices, and there's
And
crying.
The thing about her is her face does not change throughout the whole thing.
No.
Yeah.
Let's say, hold on, I want to save the visual, I guess, so I'll do
Okay.
this. Because you kind of have an idea of what you've witnessed. But what do you think? What do you think that they see?
I think the turtle gets decapitated.
No, the turtle is very much alive.
Oh,
You remember Martin from earlier, though?
yeah. Oh, wow. Martin is basically on a cross.
That is the mass that the mass was covering up on the ship. It says to close out. Let's say you did have someone who didn't play by the rules, just started murdering folks right here in Woodbrook. Wouldn't take much bad luck for an investigation to stumble upon or onto the wrong killer and find out what this town's favorite brown bear has been up to over the past couple decades. If someone were stupid enough to do that, then we'd have a big problem. A major fucking problem.
Oh, wow.
And that's how it closes out the end of the issue. And then we get next week's issue, or next month's, I think, or maybe even December when it comes out. That's
Well, this is maybe kind of telling also, this picture at the end where these people or these anthropomorphic pigs are passing by the chopping block butchery and they see pigs cut up in the window.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's pretty ingenious.
Oh, hold on real quick, sorry.
No, go right ahead. You find what you need.
I like that cover
Oh
too.
yeah, that cover's kind of cool with
So
all
there
the
you go.
skulls and stuff, and they're all animal skulls,
Yep.
bird skulls.
That was issue 1 of Beneath the Trees Where No One Sees. I thought it was actually done really well. I
This
love
is
the
cool.
art for it. I
Yeah.
love the story now of where it is, all right, there's this cute little town that we all, kind of that she loves and wants to be a part of
Yeah.
and keep wholesome. And then to cure whatever, as you call it, her dark passenger, she makes sure to go as far away from it as can to keep that, that part safe. That's her safe space. We don't mess with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody's gone and messed with that.
Yeah.
And so it's a killer hunting another killer. Well, I think while trying to avoid being caught by the cops is where I see
Trying
this
to
going.
throw it onto them. Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong. I'll have to wait until the
So
next
this
issue.
is John Lithgow. Excuse me, John Lithgow versus Dexter. Because
Yes.
they were both serial killers.
Trinity
right?
killer,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Essentially-
Trinity killer. Look at you.
Yeah. Essentially, I think that's what this might be. Again, that was just issue 1. I will for sure pick up issue 2. I enjoyed it. So,
So this is the only one that's out.
yep, this one came out just a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So I think December 17th. It might be coming out bi-monthly. So December 17th might be when issue 2 comes out if you want to go ahead and
That
grab
is
it.
a long wait.
It is, but I mean, that's the way that some of it works in the,
The Teddy
Comic.
Bear Picnic.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
It's got to build up the. It would be weird to just get a TV show episode and then have to wait 2 months for the
Yeah, you
next
wait 2
TV
months
show
for the next
episode.
one. Yeah, that would be weird.
I get that this is obviously a completely different medium that you got to print, and
Sure.
like I get that part of it, and it's
But this whole thing's done. It's all done.
it depends.
Really?
I mean, I'm not gonna speak for this book, but I'm just talking about for other comics. You would think like, before they would go into. But there are plenty of times where series are delayed because artists haven't got stuff done in time or writers haven't got stuff done in time. And it's like months and months or even sometimes years of delays. So
This is the artwork's very watercolory because it's kind of splotchy in places, which is by design, I would assume, because it does kind of look like a children's book, but with lots of blood and cutting people up.
I really liked it.
This was excellent, man. Yeah, I like that. That is something I would read. Now, what I would do is probably wait until they put them all in one book. But
Yes.
but yeah,
That's
that's the only thing that rubs me the wrong way with comic books is that they're so short.
Yes. I get that too. And a lot of times
$4.
I like to wait for if it's going to be just a 6-7 issue story
Sure.
of doing that too, or
Where's
like getting
my
them all.
$4?
Like that's what I did with this last Nemesis one. Is
Oh,
I got 1, 2, and then 3, and then I was like, I'm gonna wait till it's all done. And that's what I did, and I read it all that way. Ongoing
we're gonna
series.
do that one at some
Yeah,
point,
we
right?
will.
The new Nemesis. Okay.
So the thing is, well, we can still cover it.
Okay.
Some of it, the ending might not make that much sense, but we can explain stuff away. But yeah, we're
Okay.
for sure, now that I've gotten it all done, we will cover the new Nemesis at some point in time.
Did you like it
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. It was
more than the first one, or
Mason, are you still out there? If so, feel free to hop
he
on.
left us?
Oh, that's fine.
He just took.
I feel like it was less, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I need to go back and read it. I'm forgetting something. It was less off the wall than the first one.
Oh, okay.
It was still
very few uterus bombs in this one.
Yeah, it was still ridiculous. Like there were things that happened that were still ridiculous.
Mhm.
And kind of funny in parts of it. And yeah, there were things that were messed up. Still, it was Nemesis, but
Still in the white suit.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
we won't.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we'll cover that for sure.
Very nice. Yeah. I'm looking
we'll
forward to
get
that.
back
But this
into-
was excellent. This is a very good like left turn that we made to something that's current.
Yep.
That's really off the beaten path of normal comics.
Yes, sir. And
Yeah.
so
Love that.
something to go ahead and dive into if you're looking for something new to come out. Again, I think December is when issue 2 comes out, but wanted to do something also a little spooky for Halloween.
Spooky.
So that does it for us. And this week, as always, well, I guess for this week, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Make sure to go ahead and check out all the other great content over at roguemedianetwork.com.
RogueMediaNetwork.com.
And as always, we thank you for taking the time out to listen. Until next week, stay safe, everybody.
Hey there, guys. Golly Con.
Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.